Do you want to save Infowars? Do you want to fight the New World Order? Do you want to defeat the globalists? Well, have you bought anything from Infowars yet today? But Force is 50% off. Alice Jones wants you to believe that Infowars is always in the red, on the brink of bankruptcy, and just about to go off air forever. Every day, day after day, Infowars is almost about to break even. All Infowars needs is for you to buy one more bottle of But Force. Alice Jones has bragged, for the past 10 years, that Infowars generates around $50 million a year. Infowars has been in business for around 30 years. That means that Infowars has generated between $500 million and $1 billion. Infowars has generated all that revenue because you keep buying Alice Jones But Force. Do you really think that any business owner whose business generates over $500 million would not keep, save, or hide some of that money? Do you think a person like Alice Jones would really put all the money right back into the operation? Do you really think Infowars really needs you to buy one more bottle of But Force? Or do you think Alice Jones pockets cash off the top, in the middle, and under the table every day? Wouldn't it be more realistic to believe that Alice Jones created and maintains a company its size, that has multiple streams of income, so that he can keep the cash flowing? Don't you think that some of the flowing cash made a way into his pocket? Don't you think Alice Jones has created and amassed a pile of cash that he gets to sit his big fat ass on while you keep buying his But Force? So remember, if you want to save Infowars, you want to fight the New World Order, and you want to defeat the globalists, you need to buy just one more bottle of Alice Jones But Force. What is Infowars? 1/3 bragging, 1/3 begging, 1/3 borrowing, and 1% ranting. Alice Jones spends 1/3 of the time bragging that he is tougher than any one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. Alice Jones spends another 1/3 of the time begging and crying for money. Alice Jones spends the last 1/3 of the time borrowing content from his co-hosts, guests, and callers. That leaves 1% left. Alice Jones spends about 1% of the time ranting about an article someone else wrote. Infowars is a scam show where Alice Jones wastes everybody's time with his bragging and begging. He lets his co-hosts, guests, and callers do all the real work. Alice Jones rants about other people's research and information that he ripped off. Then he rips off his listeners by selling them cheap vitamins, snake oil, and ridiculously overpriced pieces of metal. And Alice Jones also tries to sell you a fake tax service that rips you off so he can get a kickback from all the money made from the Jones tax relief scam. Alice Jones leads his listeners to believe that he has spent all his time, money, and effort on fighting the New World Order. Alice Jones claims Infowars is about to run out of money and go off air every day, day after day. But if you just buy one more piece of Infowars junk, you will save Infowars. The truth is Alice Jones has been amassing a small fortune and he is sitting his fat ass on a pile of cash. He has created a money-making machine and a marketing scheme to get his listeners to keep handing him their hard-earned money over and over again. This is similar to the Pavlov's dog experiment. Alice Jones rings the new top-secret information bell, his listeners start salivating, and they buy more Infowars junk. They are Alice Jones dogs. So what is Infowars? A fraud, rip-off, scam, swindle, racket, trick, con, hustle, grift, takedown, Do you feel used and abused because you bought an Alice Jones Infowars silver coin? Well, you should be, because that was stupid. But you should feel better knowing that you didn't get used and abused as bad as other less fortunate people. Alice Jones has a long history of using and abusing people. Alice Jones manipulated underage girls and forced them to engage in unprotected physical relationships. When these relationships resulted in a pregnancy, he then forced the girl to get an abortion. Alice Jones has bragged many times on his little internet show that he has forced multiple girls to have abortions. This means that Alice Jones knowingly engaged in repeated psychotic, homicidal behavior. He forced girls into relationship that resulted in pregnancy with the foreknowledge that once the baby was conceived he would murder the baby. Alice Jones is not the fornicating stud that he brags about. Alice Jones is a serial killer and his victims were his own children. This type of insane mental disorder is not something a person just gets over, and this type of behavior is not something that changes just because you say that you got a message from God where he downloaded the program to fight the New World Order into your brain. No, this type of psychotic homicidal serial killing maniac never changes. They just adapt and learn new ways to use and abuse people. According to Alice Jones, he murdered his own children not once, but twice, and probably 3 times and maybe more. So cheer up and don't feel so bad because Alice Jones convinced you to lose $100 on a piece of metal. He convinced girls who bore his children to lose a lot more than that. Have you got your special Infowars coin yet? It's still available, but now for a really limited time. This could be your last chance to get the special Infowars coin. If you don't get one now and save Infowars, we might be off the air forever and you will never be able to buy another special Infowars coin again. Remember, if you get a coin you become a special Infowars little buddy, and you get special top secret information from sources close to the space alien castle on planet Zanzibar. Don't worry, because it is really silver. So you don't have to test it because it comes with a special Infowars authentication guarantee. We guarantee it is at least 0.0001% silver. Get your special Infowars coin today and you save the USA from the New World Order. Do you want to be BFFs with Alice Jones? Do you want to get into the Infowars inner circle? Do you want to get top secret info from sources close to the space alien moonbase? Then you need to be an Infowars coin boy. Just order one of the ridiculously overpriced Infowars coins and you can be an Infowars coin boy too. When you become an Infowars coin boy, not only do you become BFFs with Alice, join the inner circle, and get top secret info from the space aliens. You also get access to special Infowars Coinboy parties where you get to play special Infowars Coinboy games like Hide the Infowars Coin. So get your Infowars coin today and you too can be an Infowars Coinboy. Are you a grown-up that likes to throw your swords around in the backyard? Do you imagine that you could be a dragon slayer superhero if only you had a dragon to slay? But dragons went extinct years ago. Well, you're in luck because you don't need a dragon, you just need an Infowars Dragon Slayer Superhero Silver Medallion. Now you can be a Dragon Slayer superhero when you buy this ridiculously overpriced piece of metal. When you waste your money on this thing, you will be mystically transformed into the Dragon Slayer superhero that you always knew you could be in your mind. So get your Infowars Dragon Slayer Superhero Silver Medallion today and slay that dragon. You know about Alice Jones and you know the Alice Jones tax relief scam. But what about Get a Tax Loser? Get a Tax Loser is the fake tax service that conspired with Infowars to rip people off. They call themselves Get a Tax Lawyer, but everyone that uses this fake tax service knows them by another name. So who is Get a Tax Loser? Here's Tyler. He's the leader of Get a Tax Loser. He's a slimy, sweaty, scurvy little punk. Just look at this guy. Why would anyone trust a guy that looks like that? He looks like he should be making sandwiches at Blimpie's. You would think that if he is such a successful little guy that he would have made enough money by now to get a haircut. Then there's this crusty old fart named Terry. He's another leader at Get a Tax Loser. Just look at this weird and wacky old creep. Unlike Tyler, this guy can look you right in the eye. He can look you right in the eye and sell you a pile of what's in his Depends. Just look at this weirdo. Can you imagine what goes on in this head when the last two marbles up there roll around? Scary. And then there's all the losers that work at Get a Tax Loser. Here's David Roman, for example. He's known as Romaine Lettuce Head. He's emblematic of the type of scammers that work in this scam center. He is your stereotypical sleazy, smartass wannabe who is as phony as he is unethical. This whole gang of losers will not save you from the IRS. They will lose you money. Get a Tax Loser is an unprincipled, underhanded, unscrupulous scam center operating as a tax service. They are a fake tax service and a real ripoff. What's the best thing about the Jones tax relief scam? It has exposed Alice Jones as a total fraud. Alice Jones should have known that Get a Tax Loser is a tax scam center. But even if he didn't know, he knows now. His listeners have sent him the message, but he still keeps selling the scam. No, Alice Jones knew all along. Alice Jones teamed up with Get a Tax Loser to rip off his audience. Both Alice Jones and Get a Tax Loser would rather rip off a nickel than earn an honest dollar. Alice Jones rips off other people's research and information and then presents it in an entertaining way. Then he rips off his listeners by selling them cheap vitamins, snake oil, and ridiculously overpriced pieces of metal. And now Alice Jones is trying to sell you a fake tax service that rips you off so he can get a kickback from all the money made from the Jones tax relief scam. Alice Jones, you have been exposed and you are a total fraud. You need to listen to Alex Jones and Get a Tax Loser. Do you want a fake tax service that loses your documents? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and Get a Tax Loser. Do you want a fake tax service that mishandles your personal information? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and Get a Tax Loser. Do you want a fake tax service that loses your documents, mishandles your personal information, and will not provide any explanation? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Because when you listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser, you lose. Have you heard of the latest scam from Infowars? It's called the Alex Jones tax relief scam. Do you want a fake tax service that charges your credit card and then refuses to provide any service? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want a fake tax service that loses your tax documents and then gives you the runaround? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want a fake tax service that claims to be run by lawyers but is actually run by con artists? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Because when you listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser, you get nothing. Do you want to try an Infowars scam? Then you need to try the Alex Jones tax relief scam. Do you want to lose money to a fake tax service? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want a fake tax service to make your money disappear? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you have money that you want to hand over to a fake tax service? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Because when you listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser, you get another Infowars scam. The latest scam from Infowars is appropriately called Jones Tax Relief Scam. How many Infowars listeners will stop listening because of the Jones Tax Relief Scam? The answer is 100% of the listeners who call get a tax loser. How many Infowars store shoppers will stop shopping because of the Jones Tax Relief Scam? The answer is 100% of the shoppers who call get a tax loser. Have you ever wanted to turn off Infowars, but you also wanted to hear the next top secret information from sources close to the interdimensional space alien command center? Well, just call get a tax loser and you will never turn on Infowars again. You need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want a fake tax service to charge your card before you receive any service? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want a fake tax service to charge you for a service then not start the service? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want a fake tax service to charge you for a service and not complete the service? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Because when you listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser, you get no service. Have you heard the newest scam from Infowars? It's called the Alex Jones tax relief scam. Do you want a fake tax service where you can't reach the owners when you have a problem? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want a fake tax service where the owners run and hide whenever you call? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want a fake tax service where the owners can't be reached by phone or email to explain why they refuse to provide any service? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Because when you listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser, you get two frauds who are fake tax service scammers. You need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want an adversarial relationship with a fake tax service? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want a fake tax service that is rude, argumentative, and hostile? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Do you want a fake tax service that fights against you instead of fighting for you? Then you need to listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser. Because when you listen to Alex Jones and get a tax loser, you lose.
You know Alex Jones. He's the big talking buffoon who is always bragging that he kicked someone's ass 30 years ago. He's the bum who begs for money every day on his little internet show. He's better known as a schemer who is always running money scams, like his silver coin that cost 5 times what it is actually worth. But if you buy this ridiculously overpriced coin, you get to be a special Infowars insider and get top secret information, like interdimensional space aliens are controlling the globalist elites. Now, Alex Jones is known for his tax scam called Jones Tax Relief, where he teamed up with the frauds at Get a Tax Loser to help you lose money. Don't use Get a Tax Loser because it is just another Alex Jones scam. Turn off Infowars and the buffoon, bum, and scammer, Alex Jones.
You know about Alex Jones and you know the Jones Tax Relief Scam. You also know about the fake tax service, Get a Tax Loser. But what do other people have to say about the Jones Tax Relief Scam and Get a Tax Loser?
After paying them, never heard from them again. They do not answer the phone or respond to email. Do not use them, they are a total scam.
The most rude, abusing, aggressive jerk I've talked to in business and then hung up on me. Disgraceful and disgusting.
I was so excited finding this firm after watching Alex Jones. My initial contact was positive, but sadly, all went downhill from there. Run from this company and tell your friends as well.
I've had the same exact problem. I even mailed all my tax info and they lost it, which means whoever ended up with all that has all the info they need to completely steal my identity.
Not surprised this scam company continues to defraud people. Good thing a huge lawsuit is being built. They will go to prison eventually.
We went with this tax firm because it was advertised on Alex Jones, too. I am going to send Jones an email and let him know how we are being treated.
They are 100% a scam and scammed me out of $29,000.
Took money and ran. Got nothing from them.
They never call me back or they put me on hold forever. Worst company ever.
GetATaxLawyer.com outright ripped me off $20K. Biggest runaround until they just stopped communicating altogether.
Hey, collect payments, then disappear.
Long story short, I can't get a return phone call or any information.
These people are complete scammer. I just found out that California is finally going to investigate their business practices.
Total crooks. Do not do business with this low-grade good-for-nothing company. Horribly experience. What a joke.
These people are all scammers and a class action needs Torstai PE started.
I was one of the fools who bought his line of BS. They pressure you for a retainer and then don't return your calls.
So now you know. Get a Tax Loser is a scam. And now you also know Alex Jones is a fraud. He is a big talking buffoon and a lying sack of cow chips. Alex Jones rips off other people's research and information and presents it in an entertaining way. Then he rips off his listeners by selling them cheap vitamins, snake oil, and ridiculously overpriced pieces of metal. And now Alex Jones is trying to sell you a fake tax service that rips you off so he can get a kickback from all the money made from the Jones tax relief scam.